Alright, you're being detained for now, okay?
I'll give you my license now. Not too late.
We're beyond that.
Alright? I'm not moving. Goddamn.
Don't move.
I got to kneel.
When badges become shields for arbitrariness, who will protect the people from those tasked with protecting them?
Stand right there, don't move. Spread your feet.
Alright, I don't got nothing.
Can I secure the firearm? You have a bag?
I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are acting. You cannot even tell.
Somewhere the law still exists, but not in the clip you're about to see. A man was walking near his home when he was suddenly surrounded, and before he knew what was happening, his hands were locked behind his back.
Alright, you're being detained for now, okay?
I'll give you my license now. Not too late.
We're beyond that.
They said he looked like a suspect, but when he asked, "What am I accused of?" the answer made things even murkier.
You're being detained right now, okay? Can you please take your hands out of your pocket?
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Make you feel safe, but I am not the guy you are looking for.
What's your first name?
I don't need to tell you my name. Who are you
Keith,
looking
right?
for?
Okay.
Wrong.
Is it? Okay.
Wrong.
Well, you match the description of the subject, okay? And same hair and everything, the description of your clothing, okay? So I just have to ask you a few questions, okay? Do you have an ID with you by any chance?
Our victim's going to do is show up, so make sure...
No?
You want me to give you my license number?
And
no, I don't want to give you my license number.
Well, you're detained because I have reasonable suspicion to believe that you committed a crime, okay?
Did you? This is great.
Yep. So where are you headed to?
Home.
Where's home?
I don't need to tell you that.
He doesn't want to identify himself, so...
Well, you have to identify yourself. Now you're impeding an investigation. So, if you want to go straight to jail, then keep it up.
Like, what up?
Do you have ID on you?
Alright, you're being detained for now, okay?
I'll give you my license now. Not too late.
We're beyond that.
I'm beyond what's going on.
Yeah, let go of your hands real quick. I'm trying to fix your handcuffs.
It's a little heavy, buddy.
Well, I'm trying to take it off so I can fix it.
Even harder.
Hold on. I have to get it out, so...
Been doing this much? Shit, that really, really hurt. Can you help this man out with whatever he's trying to do to me?
Here, turn your hand, turn your wrist.
Turn my wrist this way.
There you go.
That's much better, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it up for you.
Oh, yeah. How are you moved, buddy?
You should have a pretty clear shot.
No evidence, no witnesses, just a vague shadow. But that was enough to put him in handcuffs in the eyes of the police.
Alrighty, you're now going to be under arrest, okay? So we're going to go to that first car over there.
I'm not going to be under arrest.
You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest?
Yes.
Over here at hardware, 100% identification, your bar gun cap.
So just come over here. Keep going. We're going to stand right behind my car. Just be careful. Watch your step. Alright. Do you have anything on you that's going to stick me, poke me, or stab me?
No, I don't think so. Do I get to say, like, get to defend myself in any way? If this person said I'm done? You go to court. When I go to hold it, this isn't, something's not right here.
Well, we were trying to work with you. You didn't want to identify yourself or anything.
I'm going to give you my ID number right now. This is, like, beyond me. What's going on?
Can you hold?
I don't get to speak that I've done anything incorrect.
So here's what we're gonna do. Is the officer, the primary officer, she's gonna come. She's gonna you'll have your chance in order to explain your side of everything going on.
Sure. What?
Okay. The primary officer, she was the one that drove by the person.
Just go ahead and take a
Sure.
shot.
Once
I'm
she's
stepping
done
in
dropping
this?
him off
You're
and
going to
everything,
sit in there?
Yeah.
I got a bad left knee right now. So.
And then just so I can count it, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $9. Regardless, he's going to go for not identifying.
A refusal to hand over papers, an explosive decision. The police say it's normal procedure, but the victim calls it unlawful detention. Who's really right in this game of justice?
So what's going to happen, I'm going to put you in a holding cell and then take out the handcuffs off of you, all right? That way, and then there's a bathroom and the holding cells and everything, so you can... So just go ahead and stand right here to the right side of the door. Whatever. Whatever.
Right side of this door. We didn't know which door you're
No, I was pointing over here. You're good.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the gesture from you.
Just go ahead and step in here, and then stand to the right side of that door. Just come on through here. And then we're gonna make a left to that open door right there. And then you're gonna follow straight down. You're gonna go into that holding cell right over here, directly in front of you. That's you. Alrighty. And then just bend over a little bit, about 45 degrees, and then let go of your hands. That way I can get in between your hands. And then once I release the handcuff, just go ahead and put that hand on top of your head, okay? So your left one's gonna be the first one.
I've got it dislocated.
Okay, I got you.
Shoulder.
Alright. And then just go ahead and step in there for me. So if you have a dislocated shoulder, any issues with the shoulders, just let because I'm not going to be the one taking you out to the jail or anything.
You're going to be taking me out to the jail tonight?
Well, so the other officer's going to ask you some questions, but as of right now, you are under arrest, so that will be the right.
Beyond what's telling me, it doesn't help me to make any comments to you. I am so far removed from whatever you were doing that I am.
In the state of Florida, unlawful confinement is defined in Section 787.2, and the maximum penalty for most cases is 5 years in prison, 5 years of probation, and a fine of up to $5,000, 0 cents. Jerry made it clear that he intended to sue for false arrest, unlawful detention, and denial of a defense from the outset. The case illustrates the dangers of using emotional suspicion as a tool for arrest without a thorough investigation. Next. When a car was stopped by the police, no one expected that the first person to appear would be a powerful commissioner with an unexpected attitude.
With 2 kids who went through the school system, what the problem is. And that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sense.
I think
no,
we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety
absolutely.
reasons, this is a high-speed road.
He said she was the mayor's friend, a high-ranking commissioner. But the police didn't budge an inch. The most tense encounter on the highway began here.
There, I'm arrested. There you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
here. You're just here as the rider, right?
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you. No, you don't need to know.
Okay.
We're not involved.
No, I'm involved. Trust me,
Well,
I'm
I'm not
very
going to tell
involved.
you. He's the driver of the automobile. That's all you need to know.
We don't need to see credentials.
Okay, okay.
We've explained already.
You need a, if you can give me a little bit of space here. What
Who
seems
is
to be?
this? Are you a commissioner?
I am the commissioner. One of the commissioners, and I'm heading up.
Do you have an ID with that?
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers, okay? So, if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's
problem.
an unregistered vehicle.
Why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me Miss. I'm Commissioner. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Yes.
All due
Why were they
respect.
pulled over?
All due respect.
Yep. Why
The
they
driver
pulled
will
over?
tell you.
No. I need
Yes,
to know.
ma'am. The car's getting towed now.
Why is the car getting towed? No. I'm asking. You're the person
ask
who's
her.
ordered it, and trust me.
Miss, this does not involve you. 1%.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does, because I'm picking them up, and I'm
1%.
offering to take responsibility for them, and you can't even tell me the charges. I'm also an attorney. Why is it such a difficulty to say why they're being pulled over and why the car's being towed?
Because everything has already been explained.
A power list and a graduation ceremony. The confrontation between a high-ranking mother and disobedient policeman caused a stir on social media.
I know, but I know.
Why do you need to know?
Because this is impacting me.
Why?
I got 4 people who are coming back to my house, including people who live in New Haven attending Yale Graduate School, a PhD student. On Easter Sunday, I got to take 4 people
I'll be honest.
back to New
I'll be honest
Haven.
with you. Should I be frank with you?
Yeah, I want to know what the problem is.
It's more of the way you just approached me, and
That's-
I'm being honest with you.
I want to know
I
why.
just don't appreciate your demeanor.
I don't
You're being very
appreciate-
demanding with me.
No, I'm asking
You
you a question which is not being answered.
But it doesn't need to be answered. It's irrelevant.
You know what?
If you'd like
You
to
don't
read
wanna-
my report, you can come down to the police department records on Monday, and you can get a copy of it.
And you can't.
I am there is no, you have no right to know what's going on.
No, I do.
Explain to me why.
Because these are 4 people that I have
You are
to
just
take
a concerned
responsibility.
Why do you have to take responsibility? They're all adults.
That's my daughter.
And she's a
these
backseat
are her
passenger.
friends.
She's a backseat passenger.
And there's a
She has
problem
received-
with you describing it because you don't feel
Describing
confident why these people are being
Your
pulled
daughter
over.
has not been
And
summoned. She was not the driver. This is not her vehicle. It's not your vehicle.
if you have a problem explaining what the problem is and why their car is being confiscated, then we have a problem.
Why
And
would
trust
you-
me,
why
I
would you-
will be in with the commissioner of police, of Tenafly.
Take a step back. Take a step back
If
for
you
me,
can't
please.
even describe what
Take
the
a
problem
step back
is,
for me.
think
I
there's
can't
a
move back any
problem.
farther. I keep moving back farther to me.
Because you can't
Can you
even
take a step
put
back?
a sentence together
Take a
on what
step back.
the problem is.
Because I'm not because of your demeanor.
No, I
I
came
am
in
under
very
no
nicely.
legal obligation to tell you.
And I'm under
Okay.
no legal obligation to tell you what I will be doing. But I will.
You can do whatever you would
Okay.
like to do.
She's been you.
This is a lawful motor vehicle stop. You are here to pick them up.
When you think you have enough power to make the police bow their heads, but are met with laws and absolute coldness, who crossed the line?
I
All
was
the
there
proper
for your
forms have been
graduation
filled out.
when you guys came in the town, and it wasn't that long
What
ago.
graduation? What are you talking about? What graduation
Thank
when I
you
came
very
into
much,
what town? What-
Saditsky and Catherine. Thank you for
Have
your
a nice day.
information and help. You know what? I hope you have a really nice holiday weekend too, because you just ruined it for a lot of people. Without
I
even the
didn't.
decency.
No, I didn't ruin anything.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
doing my
did.
job.
Yeah, you did.
I would just
This
hope
is
you
their
being
Easter,
a commissioner
This is their past.
understand
You
the job
did it.
police officers have to do. But
There is no explanation. How can I understand? You
didn't
don't
even
have
ask
the
him.
decency.
You didn't even
No,
ask
I'm
him.
asking you because you're the one that's making the report, the problem, stating it. I'm going to
I
the
don't
source.
appreciate the way you approached me, the way you demanded information, the way
I'm
you're
not demanding.
your
I'm
your-
asking
your
you.
position
I'm asking
in another
you.
agency,
I'm asking
whatever it may
you.
be. I mean, you have a business card with
That's
credentials.
fine.
I just met you a minute ago. You have no official
So
identification.
Louis, what's his name? Schmaradov?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just telling you who I am. I've been in the town for 20
fine.
years, and as a courtesy, I would like to understand the rationale for their being pulled over and their car confiscated. I don't know why it's so
I
difficult.
believe
you know
you
what?
should ask your
Can
daughter
you
and the
please-
driver of the motor
My
vehicle.
daughter is a backseat passenger, as you've
Exactly.
said. You're making the accusation. I would like to know
What accusation?
the accusation of I don't know what, because you haven't told me. You're telling me to go Monday and read the report.
No, that's
when
not
these
what you
kids,
said to me.
you said ask them. It's not them. I'm not going to ask the driver what you think them of wrongdoing. I'm asking you because you're the source of the accusation. They are not the source, you're the source. So I'm trying to go to the source. If you want me to go to their side of the story, I will.
I think
but
that's the
I
best
will
thing.
do that.
I think that's the best thing at this point.
You know what?
The committee card was not enough to cover up the arrogance. And when the cameras recorded it all, the career of a seemingly untouchable man fell freely before the public eye.
I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are acting. You cannot even tell me, a mother living in Tenafly for 20 years with 2 kids who went through the school system, and that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sense.
I think
no,
we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons,
absolutely.
this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road.
You
a little
want
bit
it-
dangerous for
I'm
us being
so
out here as
sorry.
longer
Thank
anyway.
you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. You can't put together a sentence of what the
Are you
problem
finished
is.
now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked.
Are you
I'm
finished?
shocked and very disappointed. Thank you
may
for your
take
help.
them. You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends, these students from MIT and Yale.
Okay.
You may tell me nothing because you told me nothing. Shame on both of you.
Okay.
I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number
And you're
540.
not- I got your name. I got your name.
Just to make sure
I
there's no
know
discrepancy.
Sephora.
As long as you got all the information right.
I got all your information,
Okay.
sweetheart. You can't put a sentence together. That's shameful.
Have a pleasant weekend.
You have a wonderful
All right.
weekend. You're going to...
After the video went viral and was criticized for using power to exert inappropriate pressure, Karen Turner submitted her resignation from the Port Authority. Sometimes it's not that you don't have the power, it's that you use it on the wrong person at the wrong time. A peaceful afternoon turned into a nightmare. When armed strangers appeared, injustice suddenly became arbitrary.
Get down! Get down! What the fuck? Y'all chill.
On February 29, 2024, in Broward County, Florida, a group of undercover officers appeared as if they were hunting terrorists in the middle of a residential neighborhood. What seemed like a normal day in a peaceful community suddenly exploded into chaos. Within seconds,
Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Hey, get on the ground right there! Get the down! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Get on your fucking face! Get the down! Get down! Get down! What the fuck? Y'all chill! Don't fucking move. Don't start reaching in your fucking pockets. Then don't reach. Put your food on the floor. Connor, any of these guys? Relax, man. You don't got no weapons on you, right?
No, bro.
I'm a
I have a gun, bro. Please, bro. Please don't put no gun.
Grab your food.
Please, bro.
Grab your food and lean right here on your butt. That's it.
no uniforms, no name tags, no explanations, just guns pointed directly at people's faces. When asked why, the answer they gave was chilling.
Relax. We ain't the ops. Relax.
Bro, you put a gun on me, bro.
Don't spill your stuff.
And what was coming, bro? So that's the rules. We can't put guns on you when we got bad guys with guns.
Why do you think we pull guns? He's carrying a gun.
He's got a gun on him. Who, me?
No, him. That's why we pull guns. You understand that? You understand that?
That's not my car. I don't even have it.
He's got the keys. Oh, it's not coming out.
Everyone is a suspect until they survive long enough to prove they aren't worth shooting, and you think that's where it ends. Nearly 2 minutes of sheer panic passed before they found the person they were actually looking for.
All right, we got compliance. Fucking move, dude. I got him here. Fucking move. I got him here. All right?
I'm not moving. Goddamn.
Don't move.
Y'all got y'all knee on me. Oh my God, what did I do?
Get up. Get up. Right there. Look. Yeah.
Get it.
Alright, 0 confirmed.
What did I do?
Don't move. Back here.
Two different places.
Over here.
Y'all both drugged in 2 different places.
That's all right. Actually, put him back here by the Tahoe.
What did I do?
Stand right there. Don't move. Spread your feet.
Alright, I don't got nothing.
Can I secure the firearm? You have a bag? Hey, one of you guys have a bag?
Find out. You got
A brown bag?
Why you steady being so rough?
Because we haven't patted you down yet.
I'm not doing that. Y'all got me in handcuffs. I'm being cooperative, bro. I just got money and stuff on me.
After a tense and invasive search, the officers finally discovered a critical detail, something that could help justify their outrageous actions.
What's up, buddy? What's up? Let me just, unfortunately, I had to get it with no... So we got the Glock right here. Let me just take a photo of the serial number. One extended mag. One in the chamber.
You guys made it happen.
Pause the investigation.
But hold on, that gun didn't even belong to the innocent man they just held at gunpoint, so why was he treated like a dangerous criminal?
We got the primary target.
There you
Why are they not coming?
I think it's on that
I know, I saw.
I had to stop and then I couldn't.
In this case, the officer's actions likely violated Florida Statutes Chapter 901.1.151. A law enforcement officer may arrest a person without a warrant when the person has committed a felony or misdemeanor or violated a municipal or county ordinance in the presence of the officer. An arrest for the commission of a misdemeanor or the violation of a misdemeanor or county ordinance shall be made immediately or in fresh pursuit. A felony has been committed, and he or she reasonably believes that the person committed it. He or she reasonably believes that a felony has been committed, and that the person to be arrested has committed or is committing it. A warrant for the arrest has been issued and is held by another peace officer for execution. Even though the actual suspects were eventually apprehended, what was the cost? An innocent person almost got shot simply for looking like someone or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. This incident is not only a textbook example of flawed law enforcement, but also a wake-up call for the entire system. Justice should not be based on emotion or instinct. Hey guys, what do you think about this situation? If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support us with donations. Thank you very much.
I don't know, we're out here trying to deal with something at a house parking lot, and, you know, I'm trying to insinuate or incite everybody else to fight and cause problems, so we're up here trying to arrest them and refuse to open the door.
Brandon Riggs' arrest for public intoxication on his balcony raises serious concerns. The police's overreaction to his harmless shouts shows a disturbing disregard for constitutional rights. Were their actions truly necessary, or were they a blatant violation of Riggs' freedoms?
Right, come on, man. Obviously, I'm trying to get in. I don't have a rest. She's sitting on my bike, and she came up, and the other girl just started swinging on her. Huh?
About it. Figure it out. Figure the out.
The energies were so loud, and we had just talked to the manager. He was going back. He comes up doing the same thing. Do what? So I don't know. I was just, dude. And I'm like, just come up and talk to me, and I'll tell you, turning it off right now.
Hey, if you yell again, I'm going to arrest you.
Hey, stop right now, or you're going to go to jail.
I didn't do anything.
I don't care. You're agging it on. Stop. Yes, you did. If you want to test the waters, you'll go in cuffs.
I didn't do anything.
Okay. All right. Keep it up. I'll take you to jail. Yeah, absolutely.
Section 209, the officers mistakenly charged Ray under Section 525.6, despite the fact that his balcony was private, not public. How could they have overlooked such a clear distinction? It's frustrating when law enforcement misinterprets basic legal details, leading to unnecessary charges. Were they really just doing their job?
Works for me. Don't worry about it. I got keys to your apartment.
Officer, lull Amanda's use of an old key card to enter a locked building raises serious concerns about privacy violations. This blatant disregard for legal protocols is unsettling, highlighting a disturbing pattern of law enforcement failures. How could such a clear breach of rights occur without any consequences?
I don't know, we're out here trying to deal with something at a house parking lot and cause problems, so we're up here trying to arrest them and refuse to open the door. I can hear them in there. They were all talking on that balcony until somebody came up and knocked on that door, didn't they? No, I came in to work a detail, and they just had an incident happen over at Holiday House parking lot, and he's been told and warned multiple times to come back inside and cut it out, and he wanted to sit there and just keep jaw-jacking, so
if anyone else is in there, this is considered hindering.
Mr. Riggs' arrest, threatened under disorderly conduct, seems unwarranted. His speech from a private balcony didn't fit Kentucky's legal definition of disorderly conduct. The officers ignored due process, overstepping their bounds, and lacked probable cause. This highlights an alarming disregard for individual rights and legal standards by law enforcement.
Sorry to wake you in the middle. This guy's, he's pushed the bar too far tonight. So this is Sierra Steps' apartment. Well, her apartment has caused 9 kinds of chaos here tonight. Just FYI, I don't know what you want to do on your end about it, but 328's a problem.
Sierra, I need you to come to the door. This is Officer Lawnder, Newport Police.
Sierra, step. Come out to the door and talk to me.
I'm Sierra Boy. We're out in the hall. She's in my office right now.
So who's in her apartment right now?
Nobody's in there.
There is somebody in there.
I'll lock the door right now for you.
I know Melissa. We're getting ready to look at the cameras.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know what happened, but.
So where's he at? Because you got options to work with us or be hindered.
I'll work with you guys as much as you want.
So where'd he go? Because you're coming from that way.
So actually, no. Fuck that. I'm not letting you guys go in there.
We're not going to go in there, but if he's in there, he'll be.
Nobody's in there.
I'm pretty sure he just changed.
No, that's cool. Is it really that big of a deal?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's fine.
I think it's him.
It's him. He just changed shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
You're slick. It's funny.
Yeah, that was a stupid move.
The officers charged Raid with public intoxication in a secure hallway, a private space violating the law's requirement for a public place. His behavior did not endanger, annoy others, making the charge unjustified. This seems like an overreach by the police, unnecessarily escalating the minor situation.
What do you mean?
It's obviously you.
So, guys,
we gave him all.
I live down the hall. I am Sierra's boyfriend.
What apartment do you live in?
So how come
You can call her.
I am calling her.
Yeah, do it.
So
I can unlock my apartment right now for you guys.
350 what?
357.
357. Anyways, I'll holler back at you after we clear.
My brother's a lieutenant in Florence. I respect the.
All right, that'll work. Then.
get it.
Thank
So
you.
when we're
I
dealing with
really
something,
did. No, trust me.
we're not gonna get anywhere.
That's not me. You can
Melissa's
go-
getting up right now. I mean, dude, here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. We know it was you. All right.
No, you don't.
You want to make a bet? I can find out real quick.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Are you
We
serious?
told you out there. You didn't listen.
Dude,
This is the
I
law.
live here.
You shouldn't be.
Guys, come on. Really?
We worked with you. We
You guys
gave you
are-
multiple times.
I'm trying to work with you.
Bregg's legal victory in October 2024, when the public intoxication charge was dismissed, reveals the injustice of the police's actions. His lawsuit against Officer Layla Mandir and the Newport Police Department for violating his rights exposes the reckless abuse of power and highlights the importance of holding law enforcement accountable.
This is funny.
It's going to be near the Five Guys. Caller is now running.
This is crazy. Guys, come on. Like, seriously, this is crazy. That's my old ID. That's my new one. They're both real. Alright, come on. I got you, man. I'm not gonna
No, you're not.
I know. I promise, dude. I promise. I respect you guys.
Go to the left. Do you care if I put him in the back of your car, run get my car, and I'll come back over here and get him? That way I don't have to walk him all the way over in front of the levee.
Gotcha.
See?
Gotcha.
Several statutes were violated during this interaction. First, Section 525.6 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes, which governs disorderly conduct, requires that the act take place in a public space. The officer's misapplication of this law to Riggs' actions on his private balcony was a critical error. Additionally, the Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. Officer Lemon Menderes' use of an old key card to access the locked apartment building without a warrant likely violated this constitutional right as established in the United States v. Care and other rulings. Police officers must obtain consent or a warrant to enter private spaces, particularly in the case of locked apartment buildings. Lastly, the charge of public intoxication under Section 222.22 also appears to be improperly applied, as the statute requires that the individual be in a public place and exhibit behavior that endangers others or causes significant annoyance. The hallway being a private area and Raid's behavior, which did not meet the legal criteria for intoxication, suggests that this charge was unfounded.
Walk over there. I just had surgery, sir. I'm not. Look, what are you doing? Put your hands behind your back. Don't put your hands behind your back and go into jail right now. Put my hands behind my back.
What is going on with you?
I told the guy I just had surgery. You don't have to do it.
The recent traffic stop in Long Beach exposed shocking police misconduct despite informing officers of his recent surgery. The man was detained and subjected to excessive force. This clear violation of civil rights raises a critical question. How many more innocent individuals suffer from this unchecked abuse of power?
How's it going, sir? Can you stay in the car for me? Hi. I live here, so I don't have no weapons. Okay, well, you can stay in the car. All right, you know what? Come over here. Fine. Yeah. Come over here. Very well. No weapons. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Okay. I'm going to speak slow. Interlace your fingers.
Hey, sir, stop. Stop. I will grab it.
This is actually my paperwork for my surgery yesterday.
Okay.
Wait. I just had surgery.
Just relax your hands. You're not listening.
I just had surgery. Hey, that's my paperwork.
You're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of listening.
I am.
Stop.
If you hurt me, I will sue you. I just had surgery yesterday. You hurt me, I will sue you. Don't threaten me.
Okay.
I will get hurt.
Come over here. Johnny, come over here.
Don't force me. I just had surgery.
The traffic stop escalated unnecessarily despite the man explaining his recent surgery. Officers disregarded his medical needs and used excessive force, threatening tasers, pepper spray, and restraint. The lack of compassion is concerning. Why didn't the officers show any understanding for his condition?
Walk over there. I just had surgery, sir. I'm not. Look, what are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back and go into jail right now. What is going on with you?
I told the guy I just had surgery. You don't have to do it. I just had surgery. Please be careful.
Where'd you have surgery? Come here. What is your issue? Have a seat.
I just had cancer.
What is your issue?
It's no issue. I just want to come.
The officers showed no empathy for the man's medical condition, escalating the situation with verbal threats and excessive force. Their lack of clear communication and conflicting instructions only made things worse. Why was this confrontation even necessary when the man was simply trying to pull into his driveway?
What is your issue?
There's no issue.
Okay, why can't you not listen to anything we're saying? Why do you think you're running the show here? You saw us back there pulling you over. You kept driving into your driveway.
Yes, sir. I have December tags on them. Actually, it's June. So that's why I pulled in the driveway, sir.
Because you're not listening.
I was explaining to him I just had surgery.
That's fine. You're still not listening.
I'm listening.
Now you are, after we got to this point. Can you turn the radio off?
His aggressiveness, that's why, officer. I would just.
You still weren't listening to me. You weren't listening to my partner here.
There was 3 people talking to me at the same time.
No, we each individually tried to talk some sense into you.
And then when my paper flew down.
And I caught it. So why does it have to get to this point?
It doesn't.
Then why did it? Why can't you just listen to what we have to tell you?
I was coming back home.
What are you supposed to do? That's not my question.
What you were supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do when you get pulled over?
I was supposed to pull over. I just had a 4-hour surgery, and I'm just messed up.
So I'm surprised you're acting the way you are.
And that was it, officer. And I got pulled over.
I'm surprised you got to the point where you did, if that's really the case.
But the threat, officer, wasn't necessary.
What threat?
The settlement with the Long Beach Police Department exposed the failure of officers to follow protocol and respect the individual's rights. This was a stark violation of civil rights, and the department's inability to act appropriately reflects poorly on their professionalism. The necessary retraining underscores how much reform is needed.
The officer right here.
By law?
By law, he said he was going to hurt me. So what?
Yes, by law. Can you stop, Johnny?
Go ahead.
Did you know that?
Well, I know one thing.
Did you know that, yes or no?
Yes.
You did, but you're still questioning why we did that, because it's a threat, apparently.
But it was just a threat. I was going to comply with everything.
I want to let you know you're lucky you didn't get tased. I want to let you know you're lucky you didn't get pepper sprayed or thrown to the ground.
The incident serves as a powerful reminder of the need for accountability within law enforcement. It demonstrates how a failure to adhere to legal standards and procedures can lead to violations of citizens' rights. The legal outcomes, including the settlement, signal that there are consequences for misconduct. Several key legal violations took place during this interaction. First and foremost, the officer's use of excessive force was a direct violation of the Fourth Amendment, which protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. The threat of physical force, including the use of a taser and pepper spray, was disproportionate to the situation, which was merely a traffic stop. Additionally, the officers violated the Americans with Disabilities Act by failing to accommodate the man's medical condition. Of course, law enforcement is required to make reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities or medical conditions, and the officers ignored the man's request for consideration. Moreover, the situation also involved a violation of the Fifth Amendment, which guarantees protection from coercion and ensures due process under the law. The man's rights were violated when he was threatened and forced into compliance without proper explanation or cause. Stay tuned as we uncover the troubling actions of the Jonesboro Police Department, where a simple traffic stop spirals into an unjust arrest.
What you doing, man?
Step out.
What are you doing?
Turn around.
What am I being arrested for, Odie? What am I being arrested for?
Obstruction.
For what?
The video highlights the disturbing pattern of harassment and wrongful treatment by the Jonesboro Police Department towards a civilian, Mr. M. The initial traffic stop, which begins over an alleged tailgating incident, quickly escalates into an unlawful arrest on charges of obstruction. Despite Mr. May's attempts to cooperate,
142 dispatch.
Oh, hell, this is bullshit. You know this is bullshit, right?
Turn around. I asked you 3 times to give me your information.
I gave it to you. It's in your hand.
You gave it to me once I came over here and told you to step out of the vehicle.
You know what you're doing is BS, man. How you going? This is a...
This way.
You know what you're doing is bullshit, Odie. This is an unlawful arrest, Odie.
Take a seat for me.
I'm being arrested for what?
Obstruction.
I did not obstruct.
Foot inside the car.
the officers involved in the incident from the very start appear to target Mr. M unnecessarily. While the officer claims Mr. M was following too closely, there is no substantial evidence or clear explanation provided for this accusation. Mr. M denies the accusation, but the officer insists on pulling him over and demanding personal details such as his driver's license, registration, and insurance. It becomes evident that the officer is less interested in enforcing traffic laws and more focused on provoking a response. Mr. M's compliance is ignored, and when he questions the rationale behind the stop, the officer becomes more aggressive, escalating to the point of physical arrest.
What's a good phone number for you?
What am I being arrested for? I'm being arrested for obstruction.
Yes, sir. What's a good phone number?
How did I obstruct, Odie?
Are you going to tell me your phone number, Mr. Mobley?
What's the number for?
For your citation.
How did I obstruct, Odie?
What's your current address?
You know my address, Odie. It's
No,
on the
no.
driver's license.
You mind telling it to me?
It's on the driver's license.
All right. I asked you 3 times to provide me with your identification. I came over there and...
How did I obstruct it, though, Odie?
His phone on the top, yeah. This is the one he had. I guess I'll take both just in case. I'm not sure. Mr. Mobley, anything else in the car other than these 2 phones you want?
Can you get my wallet? You want to let me get it?
No, sir.
You still haven't explained to me how...
If you tell me where it said, I can get it for you, but you can't get out and get it.
Can you call Papa John's and talk to Jason? Call Papa John's and talk to Jason and tell him I've been arrested.
Mr. M's arrest is deeply troubling. Handcuffed for obstruction, yet no clear justification is given. His calm demeanor contradicts the officer's claims, and the deliberate muting of body cameras is an alarming breach of transparency. Why would they hide critical moments? What are they trying to cover up?
Got the next 10-11. All right, I'm gonna get him out of here.
Yeah, Odie, I got a third phone in there.
You got a 3rd phone in there?
The officer's actions blatantly violate citizens' rights. Arresting someone for obstruction without clear interference is deeply troubling. The suspect only questioned their actions, yet was treated as a criminal. This overreach raises alarm. How can we trust a system that punishes curiosity instead of protecting it?
No, sir, not yet. No, sir, not yet. Nobody harassing you.
You harassing us. Mr. Mobley, at this point, I'm done talking to you. So you can continue to talk to yourself, but I won't be responding.
At some point, you gotta stand up for you.
142 to 150. Can you read me back this time?
Muting body cameras during a police interaction is a serious violation. Arkansas law, like many states, mandates that body cameras must be used consistently during any interaction involving an arrest. Mood functions are only allowed in specific situations, such as when discussing confidential information. Their use here seems designed to avoid accountability.
Loosen these cuffs a little bit.
You'll take them off when we get inside? I can't take them off of you. You go to this middle door.
You want me to rest over here?
Just have a seat on the bench. Obstruction.
Obstruction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you loosen the cuffs?
I can get 2 fingers in both sides of these cuffs, so there's plenty of space and room. Have a seat.
From a legal standpoint, several laws appear to have been violated during this incident. First, the charge of obstruction under Arkansas's Code Title 5, Chapter 54, Section 554.303, requires an individual to knowingly and willfully hinder the work of law enforcement. However, failing to provide identification after a single request does not meet the criteria for obstruction, especially when the stop itself lacks a lawful basis. Additionally, Arkansas state law mandates that officers wear body cameras during arrests and detentions. Muting the cameras during key moments undermines transparency and accountability, potentially enabling misconduct to go unchecked. Lastly, Mr. Mills' prolonged detention, coupled with the officer's failure to provide clear reasons for his arrest, could constitute false imprisonment under Arkansas's law. If there was no legal justification for the arrest, this would represent a violation of Mr. Mann's rights to freedom from unlawful detainment. These actions highlight significant breaches of legal and procedural standards. As citizens, it's our responsibility to understand our rights to protect ourselves from any misuse of authority. Transparency and accountability are not just ideals, they are necessities for creating a society where everyone feels safe and respected. Without these, trust between law enforcement and the public can erode, leaving justice at risk.
We got this vehicle number.
Cut him a break. Not do work for less.
106.
Cut him a break.
So it looks like they're giving him a sobriety test.
No. That's my brother. I just want to know what's going on.
Oh, what's all this for?
Okay, all right. Where's his car keys? I come to get his car.
You're not taking his car. Step away.
Okay, why I can't take his car?
Step away.
Well, why I can't take the car?
Come on, man. They're not letting him take his car. Come on now. Yeah, man. He passed that test, man, and they locked him up. But you know, they're not letting nobody take his car, man. So let me see if I can talk to him.
The film begins recording, capturing the police stopping an individual for DUI. The film criticizes the police for their overreaction, especially when they decide to tow the car despite the presence of the individual's sister who could take the car home.
The war on drugs is worse than the drugs themselves. What are you looking for?
Y'all please keep videoing.
Oh, we will.
I got it.
Blacks out on alcohol, he overdoses on
Excuse me,
drugs.
ma'am. How are you? My name's Jay. How are you? I just saw everything that happened.
Here, one second. Hold on. When the tow truck gets here, where do you live?
I live in Stafford, right across the bridge.
Okay. You can ask the tow truck because once it's called, it's already called.
Okay.
She can ask.
Hey,
That's awesome.
make sure he's not planting nothing? Can you keep the video so make sure they're not planting nothing?
I got you.
I want to make sure they got the body camera on. Don't get close now.
Yeah, I can't get too close.
No, I just want the cameras rolling. I'm telling you. Black Lives Matter.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Too.
The film explains that the individual failed the DUI test. But the real issue is the police's aggressive behavior, particularly the decision to tow the car. Instead of allowing the sister to take it, the film implies the police are acting with unnecessary authority.
I know some of them don't think so, but I do.
You want to tell me to sit on the curb tonight?
Huh?
I know you're not, because I'm not going to sit on it.
So we got going on.
You have no idea. No. 6-6. I guess they're gonna try to take me to jail if they don't threaten nothing else.
He was arrested.
Hey, ma'am. So your brother wants you to take everything except evidence.
Oh, can you give it to her? Because I'm scared of you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm scared of you.
Okay.
What did she say?
He wants her to take all of his property except in
You can take it out the bag.
Oh,
besides the inhaler.
okay.
Officer, can I get your name really quick, just
She's
so I
the
know?
only one that's decent.
Wait, did you put the inhaler back? Did you take the inhaler?
I have the inhaler.
Okay.
Okay.
Officer, what's your name? I'm sorry.
Okay.
His change. His change is still in
Okay.
there.
Here,
Okay.
take everything out.
I'm scared of them.
I just want to know who I spoke with for documentation. What's your name, officer?
I want to know.
And
what
your name, sir? Sir, what's your name?
Officer Durham.
The film confronts the police about their refusal to let the sister take the car, calling it a blatant abuse of power. They demand to know why the car can't be released to a responsible person, particularly when the individual is being
Thank
arrested.
you. And your badge number?
348.
348. Hey, Jerome, really quick, and talking man to man. Let me ask you: is there any way? Huh?
You're interfering.
I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of talking. I was just talking to him.
Not part of this investigation. Stand over there and video if you wish.
Are you
Don't
serious?
walk up on the officer.
I was in the as officer safety. Let me ask you something really quick. Can I ask you something, officer? Let me ask you something. You just said right now. Hold on. You just said really quick. You just said me and him were having a good conversation. You just said officer safety. Let me ask you something. How many people with cameras have killed officers in the past 10 years? Come on now, officer. I was just having a conversation with him. Come on now. Come on, all that officer safety, that's cowardism. That's cowardism. Come on now. You guys are public servants, and I'm talking to you as a servant. Okay? I'm in the middle of talking to my servant, and you come and you cut that off. You're the one that starts all this. You're the one that starts all this.
As the officers search the car, the film questions the police's motives and continues recording, raising concerns about their behavior. The film demands identification from the officers, a clear signal of distrust and frustration with their actions.
You guys start all this disconnect instead of helping. You guys are here to protect our rights. And look what you just did, bro. I'm in the middle of talking to a public servant, and you come and you cut that off, man. That's not right. In the middle of what? I was in the middle of talking to him. You cut it off. You cut it off. I was in the middle of talking to him, and you cut it off.
That's the drug search.
How was he busy? I was in the middle of talking to him, officer.
You came here, fool. Get in the truck and get the fuck out.
You start freaking hooping and hollering at me.
All right, look, he's not doing nothing. Can I finish talking to him, man to man? I was talking to him, human to human, not officer to. Listen, not officer to citizen. I was talking to him, human to human. All right, go. What are you gonna say, officer? What are you gonna say? Let's hear it. So what are you? You're not a public servant? What? Wait. You're not a public servant? Servant. He's gonna have to talk to me.
Didn't he ask me to drive the car home?
Yeah. He asked for the keys.
Hey, you can ask the cop. Hey, sir.
That was early.
Sir.
That's what I was going to talk to him about.
The film accuses the officers of cowardice for using the officers' safety excuse to justify aggressive behavior. The film emphasizes that the officers are overreacting, citing how cameras have not killed officers in the past decade as an argument against their tactics.
I didn't spray none of these kids. I didn't tase none of these kids. Okay? Here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you on body cam right now. He could be charged. I'm not going to charge him. I respect that you come here, man to man, and talk to me. He actually tried to get everybody to leave. So I can respect that, and I can cut him a warning for that. No problem. Okay?
So, like I said, I apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Glaze.
It never happened again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Glaze. Just let him know when we're stopping people, he's got to go, man. Okay, and you can cut him loose right now. This other kid's getting cited though. You don't know him? Okay. He's got to catch a citation for resisting. Yeah. Hey, I'll write the report. Just cut him the cite. These ain't mine, are they?
Yeah.
Are they? Okay.
You got two?
Yeah, I got the other, but those are Sierra's cuts on him. Out of control.
The film passionately argues that the police are not showing empathy for the arrested individual, who's already facing significant consequences. They urge the officers to let the sister take the car, showing a blatant disregard for empathy and understanding in favor of rigid procedure. This decision by the officers goes beyond simple enforcement of DUI laws and enters the realm of overreach by refusing to let the sister take the car home. And the police were acting arbitrarily and in violation of common sense and basic rights. The film was arguing that this was abuse of power as valid. The police had no legitimate reason to prevent a responsible adult from driving the vehicle home. In fact, under California Vehicle Code Section 22-651, vehicles can be impounded if the driver is arrested for DUI and no responsible party is available to take the vehicle. However, the key word here is responsible. The police had the opportunity to exercise discretion and allow the sister to take the car, but they instead chose to assert their authority with an unnecessary and punitive action. Moreover, the police officers' refusal to engage in a respectful, reasonable conversation with the family and their insistence on towing the car for no justified reason undermines the trust the community places in law enforcement. The officers were not acting in accordance with their duty to serve and protect the rights of the citizens they are sworn to protect, but rather in a manner that reflects a disregard for fairness, common sense, and basic compassion. This case is a powerful reminder of the importance of knowing your legal rights. Up next, a shocking incident will reveal surprising errors made by the police. On June 29, 2023, Andy Balls was stopped by the police after accidentally backing his vehicle into a building. Although he had already made an agreement with the building's owner to compensate for the damages, the police still demanded that he provide identification ID. Andy asserted his right to privacy and refused to provide his ID, which led to a confrontation with the officers.
Right now, failure to identify yourself. So, what do you need my ID for? What is the crime I committed? Because you were involved in an accident. I'm not saying you committed a crime right now, but because you're... Why are you shaking, man? Are you alright? Are you nervous? You're shaking. That makes me kind of nervous, man. You're over there with all these guns and shit all suited up, and you're the one shaking. Are you all right, man? You see what's going on here? You see him shaking? Yep. Are you all right? Do you need medical attention? No, what I want right now is for you to identify yourself. That's what you want? That's nice. We can want anything we want. You ain't going to get it. I made a deal with that man right there.
Put your hands up on the car.
I said, hey, maybe...
Put your hands up on the car.
Okay? And I worked out with him that I will cover the damages. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you.
I still have to do a report.
Do your report. That's lovely.
Okay, hands up.
At this point, I wish to remain secure in my persons, papers, and effects.
The officers became increasingly aggressive, insisting that Andy either produce his ID or face arrest. Andy refused, emphasizing that the demand was a violation of his rights. He accused the police of overstepping their legal authority, calling them highway robbers, stalking him over an issue that had already been resolved.
I will charge you with assault and kidnapping. Not resisting? Why are you both up on me?
He's not on you. He's holding your arm.
I do not wish for this to happen, gentlemen.
You were given a lawful order.
No, that's not an order. Yeah, dude, my wrist is backwards. Come on, man.
It's not backwards. It's on right.
It's not backwards. Come on.
It's supposed to be like this so you can't.
So I'm supposed to be like this and like break my wrist? Come on.
It's not broke.
No, but you're gonna go try and sit me down in the back of your car like that. You want me to break my wrist when I sit down?
It's not gonna break when you sit down.
Look at this. Am I even resisting? Is there a need for this, or is it just so that you guys can feel better about yourselves?
Oh yeah, real good about myself.
You know, there's real crime in this city. There's like murder.
There is, like failing to identify yourself.
Yeah, failure to identify is a crime. I want to see the charge for that. What charge is that? What law did I break by failure to identify? Let me see. Is South Dakota a stop and ID state?
Not
Gentlemen.
stopping an ID, you're involved in an accident.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Show me what law you're saying I'm breaking. You're over here throwing me in a car.
As tensions escalated, the officers used force to handcuff Andy, claiming he was failing to provide identification in an accident. Andy protested the use of force, accusing the officers of violating his constitutional rights and threatening to sue them for assault and kidnapping.
Hussein, his mom's knocked on the door, came in, and was like, what's going on? She said, somebody just hit your building and then drove away. I was like, well, did you see where they went? Yeah, they backed in right over by the whatever deal, the restaurant. I was like, okay. So she sends me, I sent this to her already. She sends me, I said, do you have a picture of it? She goes, yeah. So she sends me that from the apartment there.
Okay.
So I walk over there, I'm looking around the truck, and she's walking back up. And as I was sitting there, the lady in the white car, she's like, can I help you? I'm like, is this yours? It's my husband's. Why? So he hit my building. I said, it's not a big deal. He just hit it. Just want to figure out what's wrong. Walk me back up. Right away she said, he didn't do that. He's been here forever. When did it happen? I said, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. She just came to my office. He's been here for a long time. That truck hasn't moved. So I called Weber, said, hey, somebody hit my vehicle or my office. They're claiming it didn't happen. So he comes out. Right away, yep, sorry, if I did it, I don't know if I did or didn't, but if I did it, I'll just fix it, take care of it. I'm like, oh, I'd be on it. I just put it on a year ago. I'll have him come back over and figure out what it's going to take to patch it. It's not going to be horrible.
The officers proceeded to investigate the building owner in the crime scene. According to the owner's account, Andy had asked for a compensation settlement and a sincere apology. However, it seems the officers weren't satisfied with just arresting Andy. Their subsequent actions raised serious concerns about their accountability.
You said you didn't identify yourself.
I identified myself to him.
Not according to him.
Okay, then he can go to court and we'll have this conversation in court. But I have nothing to do with you two clowns.
Yep, you're gonna get a citation for leaving the scene of an accident.
Oh, I left while I was here the whole time?
Did you?
What was I
Did
not
you
here
go
the
in
whole time?
Did you go in the building and tell him that you hit his building?
I didn't know I hit the building, sir.
Okay, so now we're gonna come out here and told you that you did.
Yeah, actually someone else came in there and told me that I did. And then I came running right out as soon as I was told that I hit someone's building. And I came out to see what was going on, and I told the man, hey, if it was me, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I will gladly fix it. What is it gonna cost? I can fix it myself, or if you wanna hire your guy to fix it, that's fine. I have no problem compensating damages of anything I've done wrong. I do have a problem with road pirates sitting here trying to extort me and waste my time.
The officers claimed that Andy's behavior violated South Dakota state regulations, but in this instance, his actions fell short of what could be classified as resistance rather than addressing their own mistake. The officers escalated the situation by attempting to charge him with resisting arrest.
What are you doing, man? Why are you being so rough with me? You're being so... Why are you throwing me around? Chill, I'll get in the car. Why don't you fucking relax? No, you just got to be a tough guy because you got me in handcuffs. You got that uniform on. The state gave you some title. You think you're king. I know. But why don't you calm the fuck down?
2-4, you want back up?
So you just want her to come pick him up from the SO?
10-4, be right there.
Andy was taken to the police station where he continued to challenge the officer's authority. He was not read his rights and insisted that his detention was an act of kidnapping. At the station, the officers issued him a citation, which Andy signed with a statement accusing third-party interference in the resolution of his private matter.
You did have a phone?
It is in my pocket.
Okay, so this is a PR, so you can call your wife and have her come and get you in your paperwork. Just on the front door here. I'm gonna take one of them off. Okay, don't drop your phone. Pull it out, there you go. And then we'll see it here quick.
That is what you want, right?
A little bit lower.
Automated voice messaging system.
Already did. Okay.
Right now, or would you prefer to talk to the one that kind of dealt with it?
After receiving the citation, Andy requested the return of his property, which had been placed on the police car's hood and later went missing. Though he was told he was free to go, Andy refused to leave until his belongings were returned. The officer's actions during Andy's arrest raised significant concerns about potential violations of his Fourth Amendment rights, which protect individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. The demand for identification without clear probable cause, combined with the use of physical restraints, may constitute an unlawful seizure under the Fourth Amendment. Furthermore, the failure to inform Andy of his Miranda rights during the arrest could further weaken the legality of the officer's conduct. Under South Dakota law, as DACL 32,346 individuals involved in accidents are required to provide identifying information, but this generally applies to significant damage or injury. In Andy's case, where the damage was minor and he had already agreed to compensate the building owner, the officer's reliance on this statute may be legally questionable. Additionally, the use of handcuffs, despite Andy's cooperation, could be considered excessive force under both state and federal laws, violating the standards set by the Supreme Court. In Graham v. Connor, which requires that police use of force be objectively reasonable based on the circumstances, violations of constitutional protections like these can lead to civil rights lawsuits under 42 U.S.C.S. 1983, allowing individuals to sue state officials for deprivation of their rights. If Andy pursues legal action, the officers could face civil liability and departmental consequences, including suspension or termination. This case underscores the importance of police accountability and adherence to constitutional principles in every everyday interactions, highlighting the need for clear boundaries between law enforcement authority and individual rights. Andy's story highlights just how crucial it is to know your rights when facing the police. Now let's meet a man whose mistake will show you what a real blunder truly looks like. What do you think about this situation? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more engaging and insightful content. Your support keeps these conversations alive. Thank you for being part of our community.